A few years ago, I took my first vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience as a Norbertine. Looking at the vows, they clearly seem contrary to what society sees as freedom. You live for yourself. That is what truth is. The vows are something that, when we look at them from a societal standpoint, might not seem to be freedom or truth. But these vows, grounded in the good news, allow us to reflect on the Word, to find that freedom within, a freedom and truth centered on Christ. At the heart of our gospel today is freedom and truth, which Christ wants for each of us. In the beginning, Jesus is speaking to those who believe in him, saying that if they remain in his word, they will know truth and freedom. They question him in how this might be possible, even though they were not enslaved. He continues to say that it is rather a slavery to sin. They want to kill him, and Jesus knows that, because they do not make room for the word in their hearts. They have no love in their hearts, but Christ wants for them to have that love, to have that freedom and truth which they can find if they make room for the word in their hearts. And Christ also calls us to this freedom and truth. It is through the word that we are able to find this, but it is not a freedom and truth which society speaks to us, as I had mentioned earlier. It calls us to a freedom which leads us deeper into relationship with Christ, to love others. But it is not easy by any means. It is a lifelong journey that all of us are called to. It is a freedom and truth which calls us to know ourselves better and calls us to glorify God, just as we sing in today's psalm. So let that freedom and truth which Christ calls us to resonate in our hearts, our minds, as we continue this Lenten journey, as we come closer to his passion which leads us into the resurrection, that lifelong journey of freedom and truth centered in Christ. This isn't just for those of us who are religious, but all of us who are baptized. We are all called to this freedom and truth which we find in Christ.